What is going on, Stick Mobility Instagram? It is Coach Jesse Grund coming to you live from Orlando, Florida. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know we'll be kind of trickling in here. We're going to keep doing what we were doing last week. So last week, if you remember working with me, we worked specifically on ankle. We worked on some ankle stability work. We went through a little bit of 3D maps, and we finished with some stick-loaded split squats. Now remember, especially when we're working with a joint like the ankle, there's going to be a couple of different things that we can do with the sticks. But for the most part, we're going to be using the sticks to amplify some of the work that we could do otherwise. So we will do some ankle pails and rails today. That'll take up a majority of the time, and we'll be using the sticks for that. And all you're going to need is 2 longs today. Okay, so you're going to need 2 long sticks to work through. These are both 6s for me, and we'll work through this. So if you've trained with me before, you know there's a heavy FRC influence, so we're going to be going through some CARs, so neck, scap, shoulder, spine, hips, knees, especially ankles. Okay, afterwards we'll go through some breathing, some irradiation, some stability work. I'm always a big fan of building proprioception in the body and then being able to go from there. And then we'll get into the first bout of pails and rails today. We will be on the ground for that, so I will need you to figure out a space that you can work on the ground to do that. And then after we do our pails and rails, we'll do some more CARs with the ankle, and then we're going to work into a Dunphy squat, but we're going to be working in a little bit of a lateral tilt of the ankle as we do that. So working on some of that lateral tissue, because remember, if we don't take it to range, it's not going to do good things for us. So if you are in here and you are listening, looks like there's about 6 of you. If you can hear me, if you don't mind, give me a wave or a thumbs up. That would be great. And then I will get started with our training today. I always love when people send video requests. And by love, I mean I'm not going to pop you in here, guys. We are recording this to use. By the way, all of these classes you can find on our Stick Mobility Live page, on our Facebook page. So if you've never used the sticks before, this is a great opportunity to learn. Huge opportunity for you to learn how to implement the sticks in your practice. No waving, no thumbs up. I'm just going to assume that you guys can hear me, and we're going to rock and roll. So sticks at 10 and 2, gentle push down, tailbone tucked underneath, and let's start with our neck. So we're going to start with our neck CARs, so forward, as far as you can. Give me as much neck as you can give me. Good, right side of the chest, ear to shoulder, chin to ceiling, ear to shoulder, chin to that front side. Let's get 2 more in that direction. Whew. And 1 more. Good, let's go the opposite way. Anecdotally, I was doing some neck work today with iron neck. If you've never worked with the iron neck apparatus before, highly recommend it. Really strenuous. Feels really great. I'm finishing grad school right now, so a lot of me sitting in front of a computer. All right, we're going to do scapula next. We're going to use the sticks for scapula. So when we're doing scapula, we're doing all that stuff on the back of the shoulders. Okay, so we're going to go forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, reverse direction, back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down, last one, back, up, forward, down. Good, let's get into shoulder next. So we're gonna push down both sticks if you can get them into the left hand. And we're gonna do right shoulder carve, so open that hand, come across the body. Pie, keep that trap down. We're working through that shoulder specifically, not adding the trap. Yes, the scap does assist with shoulder movement, but we don't want it to right now. We want to focus just on that glenohumeral joint. That's where the humerus goes into the glenoid fossa. Science is cool. Know more about your body, guys. Last one, up and around. I highly recommend when you're going through these being barefoot or wearing barefoot shoes like I am. That way you can be super connected to the ground. Let's go left side. Cross, up, in and back, around, in and down. 2 more. And one more time. Oh, excuse me. Beautiful. We'll do spine last today. We're going to go right into hip, knee, and ankle. So when we're doing hip, sticks are going to be a little wider. So think 230 and 930. We're going to work that right hip. So I'm going to take my right foot. I'm going to bring it across my left. And I'm going to slowly come up towards the ceiling. Out to the side. Internally rotate, reach back into extension. Then I'm going to come back the other way. Bring the hip around, put it down. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more time. Beautiful. Same side leg. Excuse the yawning. Lord. Same side leg. We're going to get a little knee. So externally rotate tibia. Internally rotate the tib. We're working through internal and external rotation with a little flexion and extension. Last one. Good. I'll pick that knee up. Give me as much hip flexion as you can give me and work that ankle. Get used to those ankle cars today because we are going to do them more. Perfect. So let's go to the other side. Sticks in the same place. So that light push. I'll tell you guys we're pushing about 30% here, no more. Up, out, around and back, out, around, and down. 2 more. And 1 more time. Good, let's get that knee. Flex, extend with a little tibial rotation. Last one, and as much hip flexion you can give me, and give me the ankle. Beautiful, good job. All right, let's get into the spine. So just take 1 stick, put it to the side. Take the other one, and I want you to grab it. Have you ever done like a Zercher squat before? We're basically grabbing it just like Zercher. So I want it in the crux of the elbows, boom and boom, and then I just want you to collapse your hands together, down over top, so it looks like this. Nice wide stance. Tailbone tucked in, and we're going to work through the spine. Spine's just like the neck. We want as much flexion as we can get. And then rotation. And then lateral flexion and extension. And more rotation. Lateral flexion, rotation all the way around. 2 more. Love using the stick for this because I can see my direction of travel. Gives me visual aid as to what my spine is doing. 1 more. And all the way around. Let's go the other direction. Good, 1 more time. Nicely done. Good work. All right. Hopefully everyone got a little movement out of that spine. We're going to go through the big 4 now. I call them the big 4 because I consider them the 4 key stretches, aka mobility drills that we do with the stick. Okay, so we're going to do some bow and arrows. We're going to follow up bow and arrows with hinge and rotate. That builds into slap shot and then into ninja. I just consider these the base level 4 that if you literally didn't do anything else with the stick and you did these 4 every single day, you'd be in pretty good shape. So, I grabbed the wrong set of sticks. There we go. Good news is I got a bunch of them all. So, take the label of the stick, put it in your left hand and outside your left hip. Feet about hip distance apart. Take the right hand, reach across and grab, thumbs down grip. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bow and arrow. And give me about a 30% pull apart for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and swoop around. So we're getting this nice good swoop out. So we're not going back in where we came from. A spin, thumbs up grip, Let's do the same thing. And nice long bow. 30% pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big swoop. 2 more here. Rooftop grip or buzzer grip, whichever way you want to phrase it. Left hand down. And we're pushing and extending and getting that long bow. And try and pull that top hand to the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And swoop out. Last one we're going to do a front side opening bow. So I'm going to take the stick, and if it was at 9 o'clock, we're going to bring it back to about 7. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to thumbs down and reach my back hand. Left hand stays in the same place on the stick. I'm going to open up the chest towards the ceiling and pull apart and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and swoop out. Good. Let's go to the other side. Right hand stick. Outside the right hip. Now, some people ask me, how close should I be? Well, you should be as close as the intensity that you both require and you're trying to solicit. So if this is just supposed to be a nice, easy stretch, I'm going to bring it out here. But if I'm trying to train strength, I'm going to bring it in a little closer. Why? Because there's more resistance in the stick. And maybe I've earned that progression. But you kind of find whatever works for you. We're only doing 5-second holds here, so if you want to challenge yourself, pull it in, challenge yourself. Thumbs down grip, right hand at the label, hips go left, arms go right, and pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, swoop. Whew. Good, little spin, thumbs up grip, breath in, breath out, push, give me that 30% pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, swoop, nice. Last one. Buzzer hand, and push and pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, swoop. Whew, I needed that one today. Well, let's go right hand here. Let's go back, stick to 4, 5 o'clock. Thumbs down, breath in, open up to the ceiling, pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and swoop. Nice work, good. Let's take the stick, let's bring it behind your back. And arms nice and wide out to the side. So we are going to do hinge and rotate here. When we're doing this, we want to make sure that just our upper body rotates. So what we're not doing is not adding the hips to go back and forth. So it's just a little upper body rotation. So we're going to hinge, we're going to rotate right, pull apart on the stick, rotate left, pull apart on the stick, and then come up and reset. And we're going to do that 3 times. So hinge, right stick across, push the right hand, lift the left and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Push the left, pull the right, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center. And slowly come up. Now I want you to push the stick together. Drive the hips to the ceiling and the spine for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. 2 more. Hinge. Rotate. Push the bottom hand, 30% pull the top hand, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch, push the left, pull the right, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center, push the stick together, open that chest up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it one more time. Hinge, right rotate, push, pull the left hand, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side, push the left, pull the right, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center, push it together, open it up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So that was our hinge and rotate. So we're down to slap shot and ninja. So let's go nice wide stance here. All right, now I see these kind of confused a lot on social media. The one we're about to do right now is slap shot. Slap shot. Okay, stick is behind our back, and it's like I'm throwing that slap shot like it's in hockey. One of our founders, Dennis Dunfee, avid hockey player and hockey fan. If I remember correctly, Pittsburgh, loves the Penguins. So here we go, we're gonna hinge, soft knees, right stick comes across into the ground, boom. It's out in front of me, not way underneath me, out in front of me. and then I'm gonna lateral lunge to the right. And pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Other side left. Pull it apart and hinge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, center. Go ahead and come up, push your stick together, tuck and squeeze those glutes, opening up those hips. Good. 2 more times. Right stick across, lateral lunge to the right, and pull and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, center, left. And lateral lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, center, up, push the stick together, create some arc. Last one, push, hinge, slap shot out. Should feel like we got a little further each time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, center, switch. Left side, push and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. Up and push and squeeze. Whew. All right. Now, ninja. Not the same as slap shot, but some of the same mechanics go with ninja that go with slap shot. So you're going to take the stick, put it inside the right big toe. So I got this nice long stick now. Then I'm going to take my right hand, boom, bring it right in the center. Now the goal here is to do the same mechanism. We're going to lateral lunge, but we're adding a monkey hang to it, and the rotation is a whole lot harder. So what we're going to do is we're going to lateral lunge to the right. That should give us this nice long top arm. I'm going to grab the bottom of my left hand, and then I'm going to shift to the left. 3, 2, 1, back center. 2 more. Open grab, and shift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one. And push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. Let's go to the other side. Left hand grabs. Lateral lunge to the left. Open up and grab. And shifting right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left. And right. And pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one. And pull and shift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. All right. Fascia should be warm. Now we're going to work a little of our stability work. Now last week we did isometrics for stability. This week we're going to do a little bit more movement, but from a single leg position. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some toe taps in different positions. We're going to use the sticks to accentuate more reach to all the different positions so that we are working on balancing and stabilizing on that front leg and hip. So the sticks here are meant to help you, but I still want you to focus on whatever our base leg is, being the base. So sticks are a little wider than 10 and 2, okay? And make sure you've got room to be able to move your feet. So we don't want them so close to us that if I try and move out to the side, I'm kicking a stick. So give yourself a little space here. So we're gonna work the right foot. We're gonna do 5 reps here. First one is a forward reach and tap while keeping that base leg heel down. So forward reach and tap and back up, and that's 1. 4 more. 2. 3. 4. And last 1. And 5. Good, now let's reach back behind us now. And 1, so the goal here is to reach as far back as you can get it. 2. 3. 2 more. 4. 1 more time. And 5. Now we're gonna reach out to the side. As we do, we're gonna rotate in towards our base leg. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're coming across. So now I'm going to go this way with it. And tilt those sticks almost like you're waving in the wind. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, we're going to do some rotation. So if my forward was 12 o'clock, my back was 6 o'clock, my right leg to the side was 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, now I got to hit some of the other digits here. So I'm going to take my right leg and try and reach back and around as if I was trying to tap with my right leg 7 o'clock. So back and around, and then back up. That's 1. 2, 3, 2 more, 4, last one, 5. Good. Now I'm going to come up and around as if I'm trying to get to 10 o'clock with my right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5. Whew. Left leg's done. Let's work that right side, shall we? So first thing we're going to do is our forward taps. So right foot's down. We're going to forward tap with the left leg. Keep the right heel down as we try and get as far forward as we can. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Out to 9 o'clock. Twist, rotate in towards the right hip. 1, 2. Don't let that right foot turn. Mine's 1, 2, and I'm not going to let it. 3, 4, and 5, and across. Sticks are going left. Left foot reaches across to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now rotation. I'm going to try and rotate in my right hip, and my left foot's touching 4 o'clock on the clock behind me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now I'm going for 2 o'clock, my last set of 5, across. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. And shake it out a little bit. Good job. Now, stability should be increased. We've stretched the fascia. We've worked some of the joints. We've created better connection to your body. Now let's work on that ankle. So, the ankle is a rotational joint. And as such, we need to treat it as. So we are going to do some pails and rails here. I'm going to kind of come to the side so you can see what we're doing. And what that means is we're going to passively stretch. And then after that passive stretching, we're going to turn on the stretch a bit. We're going to progressively turn on and regressively turn it on so that it reminds the nervous system where it's supposed to be. Afterwards, we're going to do some cars with that ankle and then some step-ups with that ankle. And when we're doing those step-ups with that ankle, which you'll see from the ground, we're going to use the sticks to help us make sure that we're in lots of dorsiflexion as we do this. So you'll hear some people say, hey, knees aren't supposed to go over the toes. And that's only correct if you don't have the capacity to do it. Okay, but what we want is we want lots of ankle capacity so that happens. So you can just grab your 2 long sticks right in the middle. And I want you to find your left knee, so you're in half kneeling, right knee down. I want you to find your left knee as far forward over that left foot as you can. Then I'm going to go nice and high, and we're going to hang out here. I'm just holding and breathing. Now this is a passive stretch, but it's as much range as I can get in this passive stretch. The goal is to keep the heel down and to drive this knee as far forward over this midfoot as we can. Slide back just a little bit for you guys. Now, technically speaking, if we were really doing this, we'd do 2 full rounds of PAILS and rounds. But this is a class, and I want to do other stuff. So, we're going to do 1 round of PAILS and rounds, which is a 2-minute stretch, followed by a rev for a minute, followed by an 8-second isometric hold, and then follow that up with an 8-second isometric trying to get more range. You should burn a little bit here. Now, feel where your weight is. It should be very much in the ball of the foot, though the heel is down. What I want you to do from this position is, I want you to start gently pushing the ball of the foot into the ground. Almost like you're trying to turn on the gas here. Just give me like 20% your best effort. Gas is on. %. This is all relative to you. Try and feel what almost half effort feels like. %, push. Keep the heel down though. 80% push. This should be pretty intense, might even be a little shaking. You may already be at 100. If you're not, go ahead and give me your safest, greatest effort, driving the ball of that foot into the ground. For 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, listen to my cue, for 3, for 2, for 1. Try and flex the ankle, but also drive the knee forward more at the same time. For 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Hang out here and hold. Should be a little farther forward than you were before. Woo! I know it burns for me. I'm sure it burns a little bit for you too. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, just gonna put the stick to the side for now. That ankle might feel a little stiff. Let's do some ankle cards with it. So, gonna grab this knee, pull it into my chest. Left hand's grab my left knee. Right hand at the front, closing this thing up as tight as I can. Now we're gonna move really slow through an ankle car, trying to get as much range of motion in plantar flexion, rotation, which is eversion, inversion, as we can. We got 5 in each direction. So that's 3 for me. That's 4. And that's 5, switching directions. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. 4, one more time. And 5. Whew. Okay, now let's finish off that ankle. We're gonna do a little eccentric grind into a step up. Okay, now do the best you can. Use the range you have. Don't try and use range that you don't. Okay, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna start in this half kneeling position. Notice my knee is behind my ankle. I'm gonna try and dorsiflex the ankle. Drive forward as far as I can. Once I'm at max range, reach the hands up and try and push through that ankle and knee, and then work back down again. A lot harder than it looks, unless it looks hard than it actually is. Okay, so the goal here is get as much ankle dorsiflexion as we can, and then try and push through that leg up. Okay, so here we go. So feel like you're trying to flex your ankle and driving the knee over for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you're here, put the weight in that front leg, push through the sticks, and rise through that ankle, through that dorsiflexion, and then work back down again. And back, and that's 1. Whew. We're not going to do a lot of these, we're just doing 3. Flexion, drive forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Use the sticks to help you. Push through that foot on the ground and up, maintaining the ankle when you do that. And back down again. Woo! Last one. Flex and drive forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight in that front leg. Don't push off the back. Use the sticks to help. All the way up. And all the way back down. Whoa. Good. Let's give ourselves a couple more ankle cars here just to drive that in. And if you haven't already, switch directions. I'm all about, with my training, especially with myself and my clients, if we expand a range, let's train the range. Let's give ourselves some control, okay? We live and die by the ranges we can control, not the ones that we can't. That's what mobility is all about. So half kneeling left, right leg forward now. Now let's get into that right ankle. So we're gonna get as much ankle dorsiflexion as we can on this right leg. And we're just holding here. If as you breathe you feel like, hey, I can get more space, get some more space. We don't want the foot collapsing in though. We want to maintain that strong second arch and work through as much dorsi as we can get here. Gently pushing down on the sticks as we do this one set of pails and rails here. If you don't have a stick, you can do this without, but very difficult to do that split squat with the eccentric rocking. Very, very difficult. Getting as much ankle stuff as we can here. How much ankle stuff can you get? Again, we're not pushing the ball of the foot down yet. We're just maintaining as much dorsiflexion as we can be in. Now you can repeat this after this class and just take a wedge or something and create a little eversion or inversion in your foot and go through the same thing. Okay? Because remember, the joint's going to work differently in both of those positions. All right, now we're going to start pushing here shortly. We want to be gentle in our push to start. But remember, we're trying to push that gas. So give me about 20% gas push. Heel down. Stretch should be on. A little bit of burn in that anterior tib. 40% push. $60. $80. Really pushing hard here. And all out push, safest, greatest effort for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and flex the ankle, but also drive the knee forward at the same time for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. You should have a little bit more range than when we started. Now again, if you've got really, really adversely mobile ankles, I'm gonna start using that term. But I want you to pause this and go back through this again, okay? Because you need 2 rounds of pails and rails here to really make a difference. Good, sticks to the side. I like to put the sticks to the side that I'm gonna do the cars on, because then I know. I'm gonna grab that right knee, tuck it in, wrap the left hand in. We got 5 really slow ankle cars here. Should feel every part of the ankle. Good, and then switch directions. Woo. Good, all right, let's do those eccentric step ups. We'll do a couple more cars, then we're gonna finish with the lateral aspect of the ankle for the Dunphy squats. All right, so we're here. Slide this back a little bit. I think I was a little out of frame last time. Good. So we're trying to dorsiflex the ankle as we drive forward, okay? 5 count drive, weight in that leg, use the sticks, push off. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, push. Woo! As much dorsey as you can get on the way down, and down, and that's 1. 2 more. Dorsey and forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push through. Rise. Woo. Back down. Last one. Dorsey and forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't lose that dorsiflexion. Push through. Rise up. And back down again. Whew. All right. Couple more ankle cars here. I always love to do some bioflow right after I do some work specifically in an area, because these are rotational joints as I referenced. Okay, good. The grand finale. So, if you've ever done a Dunfee squat before, it means you're going to push up into something, ceiling, or in this case, I'm going to push up into the pull-up bar. And as we push up, we are going to squat down. Now, I'm actually going to pull you closer here. So come with me. Come on. Just like you're in class, you're coming with me. Come on. Now, traditionally when we do this, we push up. Over here, right there, perfect. We push up, and we work down, and straight back up again. That's great, but we want to get the lateral aspect of the ankle too. So what we're going to do here, if you can, is turn those feet so we're trying to get the instep perpendicular with the ceiling. Now from here, I'm going to push up and try and get as much range down as I can and back up. Woo. That's 1. Let's go. 2. If you can't do this, keep your foot flat and just feel like you're shifting on the outside more. 3. Straight down. 4. Woo. We only got 6 more. 5. Whoa. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Kind of in the pull up there. Last 2. One more after this one. Last one. Put that whipped cream on top of this ankle work today. And up. Woo! Well then, hopefully that ankle feels like it's moving a little better than when we started. We gotta understand the ankle, we're bipedal creatures. We need these ankles to work. We need them to flex. We need them to extend, evert and invert. We need all the capacity. That's how we keep ourselves resilient, is maintaining capacity in the joint itself. Now, we've been opening up this time to any questions anyone might have. Does anybody have any questions about what we just did? This will be up for you to access again. This is something that you can pause, you can come back to. If you're doing something, if you want to do 2 rounds of the pails and rails like we went over, all good, all fine. So just to review, we did our joint articulations or our CARs. We did some fascial stretching with the big 4. From the big 4, we went into some stability work, and then into our pails and rails, and then finished with some Dunphy squats, but working the lateral aspect of the ankle as we did that. You play basketball, you need those ankles to work like that, because not having strength and capacity there, you might step down, fold, and then you got an injury there waiting to happen. So train it, because if you don't train it and you need to access it, that's when problems occur. It's a really good equation for injury. Injury is when load is greater than the capacity to handle that load. And that happens in our body. And sometimes the capacities are too great. And when the capacities are too small and the loads are super great, and then we have catastrophic injury. But if I've got a lot of capacity and it's still an incredible amount of load, maybe the injury will be worse as a result. Cool beans, guys. Well, I appreciate you joining me today. Please stay tuned. There are more classes coming this week. I'll be back next Thursday. I'm looking forward to leading us into more ankle work. Thanks for joining us, Thick Mobility. This is Jesse Grund, Unconventional Strength, coming to you. Appreciate your time.